Today I'm reading from Jeremiah 30, and this chapter was all about God telling Jeremiah to write down the things that I'm revealing to you. And much of this is revelatory to today's times, where it talks about God avenging Israel and Judah. They have been in captivity and enslaved by kingdoms far and near, and that the days are coming where there will be calamity on those nations as God avenges his people. And I just want to say that if God has changed your name or you've wrestled with some things, you are not alone, because Israel was the name given to Jacob after he left home when he wrestled with an angelic being. So these chapters intermittently talk about Jacob and Israel as well as Judah. So when God decides to come, this will be a day of calamity for these nations that have inflicted these chains and these heavy yokes on God's people. And God's people will then begin to serve him with delight, because there's nothing like oppression and wrestling and moaning in your spirit to make you come to the end of yourself and give God glory. God promises peace for Israel and Judah. And so this brings me to verse 8 and 9. The Lord promises to break off the yokes and tear off the bonds and release from slavery. Verse 9, Israel and Judah will serve the Lord gladly. So I like studying, so I cross-referenced these two verses, and I came to Isaiah 2:11. The arrogant will be brought down, only God will be exalted. Only God, there's no other. And Isaiah 2:20, all the idols will be cast away, the gold, the silver, the wild things will be cast away. All will bend their knee and praise and give God glory. This also led me to Psalms 2, verse 10 through 12. If I have made you thirsty, please go over there and read that. I hope this makes you thirsty. To God be the glory.